Hey guys, so welcome to day 9 and 10. So today I'll be talking about my high school experience. So right now I'm stretching because yesterday I went running, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel a little bit sore, so I'm just stretching it out a little bit because I kind of feel sore, especially on my thighs and legs. So I'm just gonna stretch a little bit. Make sure to watch the video till the end because I'll be going over a bunch of stuff, like how I gained my confidence and how I changed positions and managed to adapt. And there'll also be like a few funny stories. So I know you guys aren't doing anything right now, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this. Anyways, so I played high school soccer at two schools. So at AICT, so the American International School of Cape Town in South Africa. And interesting enough, I actually made varsity team when I was a freshman. Well, in South Africa back then, we didn't call it the varsity team. We just called it the first team because we had like the middle school team. Actually, no. Let me correct myself. I started playing with the high school team once I was an 8th grader. And so I used to practice with them. And I remember it was good, but it was kind of hard because I remember I'd always get bodied all the time, like by these two guys. So Martin and Gary. They were like the tallest guys in the team, and I'd always get pushed around. And freshman year, same thing. I was still playing and all that. And so I used to train every day after school to get better, obviously, because I always wanted that starting job. So to do that, you need to be good. So I used to train every day after school. Interesting enough, sometimes I'd actually start crying, like when I went before I came out to the field to practice on my own, because I wanted to practice, but I knew that there were guys on the basketball team that were playing. I kind of didn't like having people watch me train, but I kind of got over it. I was still a kid, so yeah. And I actually used to play as a winger, right winger and left winger, and a striker from my school. I used to play right winger for most of the time, and then left, and then striker. And I had a fallout with one of my coaches. I'm not going to say his name, but I had a fallout with one of my coaches because during practice, we were practicing for a tournament in Johannesburg. He was playing with us, and he's a competitive guy. So, he played, and he's kind of competing with the players. So one day I accidentally tackled him, and I went over his foot, and he got really mad, and he stood up and he started screaming at me, saying that I was the worst player ever and that I wouldn't make it. And the thing that surprised me was that all my teammates, they were there, and all of them, they just looked. They didn't say anything. They were all quiet and everything. But there was this one of my friends that came and he talked to me. He's like, "Hey, don't listen to it." And only 3 other people came, and that's when it was something that changed me. But him and I, we're still good friends nowadays. Obviously that helped me grow as a player because I remember coaches back in the time used to scream a lot. So I'm used to that. There's no way that bothers me. It doesn't even bother me anymore if players scream at me too, because I remember in my freshman year, the upperclassmen would always scream at me do this better, do this better, do this better. And actually, as a left and right winger, I actually didn't score many goals. I used to assist all the time, but I didn't really have that confidence to shoot until we had this one game against Redham, and that's when I scored.
Mas pronto, vi. Não gravei o golaço de lá, mas vi o golaço de lá. Ele agora já marca, tá jogando bem, tá mais concentrado. Isso é muito bom. O Eloy marcou o golo, fez uma dançazinha do golo. Uau, o Eloy tá dando muitas cabeçadas, muita defesa com o corpo. Sim, senhora. Fez bons passes, mas marcou o golo dele. Portanto, o Eloy é uma flor que acordou. Uma rosa que está a debruxar.
One of these goals, and I don't know, it was kind of even, my mom quoted it in Portuguese. I'll try and put it here, but you probably won't understand when she's like, "Oh, Eloy kind of bloomed like a flower." Ever since that day, I remember that I scored the goal to help my team beat our school rivals. I continued scoring from then on. It was like I was on fire. I got my confidence, and I was able to score more goals more confidently. It didn't feel like a chore anymore. It just felt natural. And then we had a Joburg tour, which I failed to make it 2 years in a row. even though I work hard. But then on the third year, I did make it. In my junior year, I did make it. So I mean, that was nice. And yeah, I mean, here right now, I'm trying to. My goal is to be able to do like stand up. I don't know if it's stand up, but like do push-ups off the wall. I'm not push-ups, but just push myself up and down from the wall like at least 10 times. I've only been able to do it 3 times. I mean, I failed a few times, but yeah. And now moving to the Woodlands High School, I mean, once I moved here, I had already spent my time in France, and that's where I started playing center back and as a sixth, and obviously that was for a year. So it was funny because when I got to the Woodlands High School, I actually had to lift weights. Like actually lift weights for the first time, because at AICT I didn't lift weights. We didn't lift weights. You had to do it on your own. So there was no specific program because we didn't have a gym at the school. So if you wanted to lift, you had to lift on your own. And I remember I saw my friends Amaya and Ander. They were lifting like heavy weights, and they were smaller than me. They're smaller than me. So I was like, oh, I can probably lift the same weights as them, and they were lifting like pretty heavy weights. And I remember when I tried, I struggled like pretty bad. Like I was trying so hard to act strong, but like I actually struggled. But then after a few weeks, I finally got used to it, and I mean, yeah. But I remember it was still a struggle for me to use their weights. And I mean, obviously here is where I got better at my center back and sixth role, because I played more during practice. And for me, it was a little bit tough because I played DA, Houston Dynamo Youth, DA, and for the high school as well at the same time. And I got home pretty late, and I still had to do homework. So I mean, I know it's not an excuse, but I mean, I also put in work besides that. So I mean, I kind of was tired most of the time. And I mean, I wasn't able, I mean, it's kind of hard to give 100% into both of them. So sometimes it was a little bit tough. And so, yeah, I mean, I ended up sometimes giving 100% in one, and then maybe 70% on the other. And yeah. And so, I mean, at the end, my coach, he told me that I wasn't going to make the team because, we had it was kind of like a follow. I mean, I still didn't understand. He said that I wasn't good enough, but I didn't understand really. Like, he didn't give me a legit a reason. I mean, I'm not mad at him or anything. I mean, that obviously also made me stronger and realize that I can do like much better and that I can believe in myself. So I mean, I'm not mad at him or anything. I mean, I just kind of wanted an answer so I could work on it, because I mean, I'm the type of guy that you tell me I'm bad, like I won't cry about it. I'll be happy, and I'll just want to know what I can do to be better. But I never got that. But I mean, a few months later, I went to a PSC combine, which was a pro combine, and there they actually analyzed us, and that's where I met my coach Bruce for Houston FC. And they actually told us what we need to they tell us what we're best at and what we need to improve on. Details on what happened at the PSC Pro Combine will come on the next video. Thank you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, a comment, and share. And comment down below some new things that you want me to talk about, or I mean some ideas, because I want to interact more with you guys, so let me know. Thank you, and stay safe, guys.